how long have I known? So, it's been about a month, I think, since they were brought to my attention. Like, I watched them a long time ago when they made the move to Ohio. I watched their videos, but then, as my brain does, it forgets. I forget things very easily. So I was brought back to them when somebody messaged me and said, hey, this is what's going on. You should probably talk to them. So I did. I wanted to keep my name out of it, but my name did get leaked in a video. It happens. I mean, at first I was super freaking mad. Caught myself there. Did you see that? I was really mad at first because then I got a message from Lynette. Both me and my sister did. And that is exactly what I did not want. I did not want her to be contacting me. But she did, and made all her usual threats, and blah, 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 and yada, yada, and, oh, you guys are lying, I can't believe you're lying, I'm going to prove all of your lies, and blah, 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 blah. It never fucking ends with her. Freaking sorry. Anyways. Yeah, I've only been talking to them personally for about a month. Stop messing with the babies, Thor. You're such a butt. I have one chicken that's really super duper mean. Yeah. And that's what I said. I was like, it happens. Hi, Bubby. So I don't know when it all changed from her being the brush your hair, paint your nails type of mom to the yelling and the screaming and the hitting type of mom. I don't remember when that changed. I don't remember. But I do know when it got really bad. It was in high school. I mean, I would go to school with bruises on me all the time. Not a big difference from the usual. I was able to hide them. I wore jeans all the time. I blamed it on animals, or I blamed it on the fence, or I fell down while I was doing something, and blah, 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 blah. Somebody's comment did not come through, so whoever you were that just commented, try to change it around. But yeah, I would, I'd go to school with bruises on me, and I'd just tell my friends, tell whoever what was going on. And mind you, I was going to a very small school. Wrapped around her finger? Yeah, I didn't see that. My dad and her were only together till I was 8, I think. Who sent you my TikTok? Excuse you, ma'am. Get down. You're not getting out. She's legit trying to climb the cage. Oh, yay. Lynette has sent my TikTok out to people. Goody. Good for her. So, see? She's, again, stalking. No, thankfully, my dad saw her crazy real quick. And, yeah. They were only married a couple of years, if I remember correctly. We were actually living in Florida. And I remember faintly remember her waking me and my sister up and putting us in the car and telling us we were leaving. And we left. And I don't remember where we went after that. But basically stole me from my father, from my dad. So yeah, and kept me from him. Hey, for years, my dad's side of the family tried to get in touch with me, tried to get me away from her, and she didn't allow it. My aunt and uncle, they tried to get me to come live with them, and they couldn't make that happen for the longest time. They tried to call me on my birthday, on Christmas, all the holidays. No, she did not adopt me. She tried as an adult. She tried to do an adult adoption for me. And, me being one of those people, I'm a people pleaser. And, she was my mom, whatever. I was like, oh yeah, sure. What does it matter? But, I was so striving to have that motherly connection with her, with anyone, that I was willing to do anything to please her. I was literally willing to do anything. Even after her other daughters stopped talking to her and, kicked her out of their lives, I was the only one there. And she still made me feel like I was not good enough. And that was my whole life. I was never good enough. So, the thing with my dad is he had child support issues. And she would call and tell them where he was, and he would be paying on it, but by the time that he, had been paying it, it racked up. So they put him in jail. Which is so stupid to me. I do not understand that. I don't understand the child support system. It blows my mind. Why are you going to put somebody in jail for not paying when they're trying to work to pay it? If they're in jail, they can't frickin' pay it. Anyways. Whole nother subject. So, my dad would let me stay with her because he didn't want to go to jail. He wanted to keep, doing his stuff. He wanted to keep paying and trying to get that stuff rectified. Exactly. Can't pay child support if you're in jail. Duh. But, I don't know why they thought of that. Anyways, that and she is so very good at brainwashing. Before letting me talk to my dad, anytime that she would, if ever, she would be super nice, super duper nice, and We'd go do stuff together. We'd have a really good 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month. And then she'd let me talk to my dad. Oh, I don't want to leave. I want to stay here. No, Dad, I'm good. See it? Literally right after that conversation. What did you say? What did you do? What did you tell him? What did you tell him was going on here? What did you say? What did he say? What did you talk about? Is he coming here? Do you want to go back to live with him? Fine, go back to live with him. I don't care. Nah. Every time. It would change like that. And then I'd say, I want to call my dad back. I want to call my dad. No, you can't talk to him. You're not talking to him. So in my dad's mind, no, she wants to stay there. You know? So, she's very good at manipulation. Like, if you think you have an inkling of an idea of how manipulative she is, you have no clue. No clue. None. And all these little lies that she weaves, she practices, she says the same thing to many different people so that she can weave that web through this group of people, and then they're going to weave that web through this group of people. So if it gets off just a little bit, she blames it on, oh, well, they misheard me. No. You lied. You told this person one thing, you told this person another thing. They lied. Because you lied. Anyway. Master manipulator. So in high school, get back to that. It got really bad. I was hiding bruises. Came home one day. I don't remember what we got in a fight about. All I know is that she was super mad. Super, super mad at me. Lies are further there, and it's finally catching up to her. Right. Yes. Absolutely. She's her own game of telephone? Yeah. She really is. Hi, plane. Came home one day, and she was super mad at me for something. I don't remember what. But all I remember is a bunch of stuff being thrown at me. I think I laughed at her because I get mad. When I get really mad, I laugh. Like, when I'm fuming, I laugh. So, I laughed because I was so mad. Thanks, Sam. Love your face. And I think at that point is when she lost it, and she grabbed me by the shoulders and pushed me into the pantry door. Hello, Kimmy. I gotta see if I can move this, because I can't see my screen. She pushed me into the pantry door, and the doorknob hit me in the middle of my spine. And it wasn't a soft push. It wasn't a little shove. It was grab me by my shoulders and shove me into the pantry door. That doorknob hit me in the back of my spine, right in the middle of my spine. So I go to school, and of course, I had gym that week. And as everyone knows, in high school gym, what do you have to do? You have to change in front of all these other girls before you can go out to gym. You have to change into your gym clothes. So I'm sitting there, I'm changing, and one of my friends gets a look at my back. And she said, "Oh my God, Ashley, what happened to your back?" I said, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You have a softball-sized bruise on your spine, on your back, like this big. What happened?" "Oh, I don't know. I think I ran into something." She's like, No. You did not do that to yourself. There's no way that mark came from something you did." And then she looked at my arms and saw handprint bruises on my arms. So, yeah, couldn't really fake that one. I tried. But hold on, I'm gonna switch directions. Ooh, there's a hole there. I almost fell. Okay. Switch this around. Sorry. That probably made you a little bit dizzy. Okay. Now the sun's not shining on my phone, I can actually see it. So I finally broke, and I told my friend what was going on, what happened. Told her not to say anything, that it would only make it worse. Sure enough, she decided to ignore me, and she went to the school counselor, who then called me in, who then called her in. And that made it so much worse. The yelling and the screaming, she stopped the hitting because she didn't want to leave bruises. But the yelling and the screaming, she took away all of my stuff. I legit had a bed, mattress on the floor. With a blanket and my clothes. That was it. They put me in group counseling. Because she said that I grabbed myself and made that bruise. But I'm sorry, how can I? The thumbprint was over here. How am I going to make that? Right here. Right here. Thumbprint was right here. How am I? No. How am I going to make that mark? And I tried explaining that to the counselors, to the in-home worker, which we met at Subway, and she was mad, like super mad, while we were sitting in Subway. And as soon as he showed up, complete turnaround. And is my picture still froze? If so, I may need to move closer to the house. But complete turnaround. She, "Oh, hi, how are you today? Oh, you're doing good. That's awesome. We're doing great." Meanwhile, not 5 seconds earlier, I can't fucking believe you. Yeah. Can you still see me? Can you hear me? Anybody? I'm lagging? Okay. Well, then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna... Oh! Ow. We should be. I just turned on my Wi-Fi, so... Awesome. Okay. What did everybody hear and not hear? Because I don't know when I lost connection. I've got chicky poop on my bench. Oh, jeez. from Northeast. It's hot today. Ugh. Thought it was supposed to rain today. I swear, the weather has no idea what it's doing this week. Oh, okay. So, go to group therapy. I try to explain to him, I can't do this marks on myself. Nobody listens to me. We meet the in-home worker at Subway, and before he gets there, she's yelling and screaming at me, calling me all sorts of names in the book. And then he gets there and turns right around, and she's happy as a clam, you know, smiling and, oh, hi, we're just waiting on you. Yeah. So, we get this in-home worker. I think 14, 15. And at first he is completely wrapped around her finger. Believes all of the lies that she tells. That I am a troubled teen, that I am uncontrollable, that I need to be sent to a group home. She did do that, by the way. She sent me to a group home for going to a party. Anyways. That I am such a horrible, horrible teenager, that, you know, yeah. So, tells him pretty much I'm the problem. He believes it. Which, she's very good at manipulation, so, he does home visits. I don't even remember how long he was involved. I think it was around Halloween time. I get off the bus, and my bus driver gave us some candy. It's something bus drivers do every now and again. They give you freaking candy. So, I come in with some candy, not even thinking, and immediately I get jumped. Where did you steal that from? You can't have that. I can't believe you would steal candy from someone. Where did you get that? Da 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 da. Losing her mind over one piece of candy. Where did I steal it from? I didn't steal it from anywhere. I got it from the bus driver who just gave it to me. Where would I have stolen it from? I literally got on the bus from the school, and the bus came straight here. Where did I steal it from? I didn't steal it. The bus driver gave it to me. You're lying. I can't believe you'd steal it. The bus driver didn't give you that candy. Da 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 da. She is full-fledged screaming at me about a piece of candy. What she doesn't know is our in-home worker was standing right outside the door. Right outside the front door. Listening to every single word that she was saying. Listening to the whole thing. How she's flipping out over a piece of candy. Screaming. Calling me every name in the book. Over a piece of candy. So finally, I guess he decides that he's heard enough. He knocks on the door. And in true Lynette fashion, she opens the door. Oh, hi, we weren't expecting you today. What are you doing here? Can I get you anything? Can I get you a drink? It's hot out. Are you thirsty? He's like, save it. I just heard everything. Her face, her mask, drops. Well, fine. If you can deal with her then. He's like, okay. He looks around her at me. He says, get your stuff. We're leaving. So I'm like, okay. I went and I grabbed a bag full of clothes. I just started throwing shit in a trash bag. I didn't even care what it was. I just threw it all in a trash bag. So I throw everything in a trash bag, and as I'm walking out the door, she goes, that's not yours, it's mine, and tears the trash bag out of my hands, throws my stereo that I had gotten from my brother onto the floor. So she says that I can't take anything, that she bought it, it's hers, none of that is mine. So I said, fine. I grabbed a handful of clothes. I don't even know what I picked up. I just grabbed whatever I can fit in my hands. Grab that, grab my stereo, and run out the door. Literally with an armful of clothes. That's it. He got me in the car, and we drove around town for a good 2-3 hours. He had nowhere for me to go. So that tells you right there how bad it really was. He took me from her without having anywhere for me to go. Anywhere. He was calling around for 2 to 3 hours trying to find a home to put me in. And I almost had to go to the youth shelter again. Finally, he found somebody that had a room. They were able to take me in. Whole nother story there. But, I went there. Eventually, I was able to go live with my aunt and uncle. And reconnected with all of my family and learned about all of them trying to get in touch with me for these 10 years. Yeah. So, hi, babies. Hey, Shay. So when people comment about my language, it really bugs me. Especially when I'm talking about her. I have kept it very mellow this live, because I am aware of the fact that some of those people may be watching, and I want to respect them. I do. But when the video that everyone watched, she was messaging me and calling me a liar and threatening my kids and threatening DHS and threatening to get my kids taken away from me. I was not about to PG myself for that woman. That video was directed at her. And why am I not pressing charges on her? Because of my kids. I do not want my kids around that craziness. I can't put them through that. I feel brokenhearted for Harley Grace. I do. But I have called who I could. to watch what I say. I have not called CPS. I have talked to other family members. But I personally have not called CPS because I can't. I am not. Here's the thing that nobody understands. If you are not there, if you are not physically there in that child's life, they are not going to listen to a word you say.